When I first decided to join the Navy, I immediately knew what I wanted to do for my 4 years, and that was to be a hospital corpsman. When it came to choosing my job, I was told that promotions are barely given and that I would probably be placed in a different field by the next year because it has a likely chance of not being around anymore. I was frustrated being that I walked into METS with the hopes of getting the job I wanted. But knowing that something so important won't be around anymore is terrible. When it comes to my mom being a retired sailor, her job is no longer around in the Navy, and that's a postal clerk. To me, I think these jobs are all important and all contribute a role to the Navy. That's what attracted me into this topic of disappearing jobs. I don't think millennials and the individuals of my generation understand the scale of jobs that will be off the list soon. Personally, doing more research, I didn't know how our everyday jobs will soon not exist. As times change, so do people, literally. I never thought that people were already getting replaced by automation so quickly. The article, quote, 15 jobs that will be gone in 10 years from www.cheatsheet.com to 2018 states that farmers, postal workers, broadcasters, cashiers, and even drivers have a possibility of disappearing from the workplace. This shows how automation can replace even the simplest human actions like driving. For example, today we have the Tesla that comes with new updates and enhances self-driving. To me, this is not safe at all. Freak things happen and there are always mistakes to be made. Therefore, I don't think this is a safe feature. But imagine in the future where there will be hundreds of these. Soon, automation like robots will take over the most risky jobs, such as construction and a variety of technology and engineering jobs. I think it's about time we realize our future is in danger when it comes to this. As the future continues, automation has the ability to increase in production and activity. Thomas Frank from www.cnbc.com states that, quote, 1/3 of the U.S. workers could be jobless by 2030, end quote. This will have the likely chance of increasing the number of homeless individuals throughout the country as well as poverty. I can't imagine having to provide for a family and not being able to do so. If these creators could only look to the future and see how America would be affected as a whole, then I'm sure we would not be as worried as we are now. But let's look at today and take notice how it's growing to be a big concern. The article, The Hidden Automation Agenda of the Davos Elite by www.newyorktimes.com states that 53% of companies had already started to use machines to perform tasks previously done by humans. The figure is expected to climb to 72% by next year. Personally, I'm a numbers person, and to see that there will be a 19% increase only by next year is scary. It's almost like rolling a dice because we don't know what job could go next. Let's take a moment to think about how the current driving apps like Uber and Lyft that started back in 2016 will disappear and not be a thing. Many individuals use these apps to make money on the side or even as a full-time job. This is a popular fad currently and will already be gone sooner than ever. If you think about it, it's like a process of starting over. As said in the article, The Future of Work, the Rise of Workers Who Self-Automate Their Jobs from www.forbes.com states that, quote, when, if not, self-automation occurs, workers will be encouraged to learn new skills and tackle new challenges, end quote. Many people have taken this sentence as a good and bad thing. I can see it as a good thing because it will expand our knowledge and how much we are worth in the working field. But I also see it as a disadvantage. I also see the disadvantage with this because it goes further than what we already know as humans. For the older generation, they have to learn way more than the current younger generation because we, as a younger generation, has experienced more and are always updated in new technology and the latest fads. So this is a chart of the percentage of automated risks for each job category. The highest is food preparation, which is higher than 60%, and the lowest is teaching, which is reaching 30%. The one that I disagree mainly on is construction, which is growing to 60%, and the healthcare that is reaching closer to 40%. This is all very scary and makes things even more crucial for the upcoming generations and the generations of today.